Hi, my name is Anabel Rodriguez.
And my name is Ramon Rodriguez. And we wanted to tell you our story, how we kind of got
First
into
met.
this. Yeah, okay. So you say.
I guess it started a long time ago. We were both in the same industry, and I came across Ramon, but he didn't think much of me, and I didn't really think much of him. And then one day we ran into each other.
Well, how it happens is that I was riding with my friend. We had dinner, Jill, and then we went to another restaurant, like a lounge, just to
Have a couple of drinks.
some drinks, and before going home. And then there he goes. As soon as we arrived to the place, it was Anabel and her friends saying hi, and I asked her to, hey, I mean, like I knew her, but I actually never talked to her too much, just to, like a professionally, at the office. And then we danced and...
Well, okay, hold on. He insisted.
So, we were dancing, and I asked her some questions, the usual, because I wanted to know. I mean, she's really nice, happy all the time, and well, that's nice. And then I asked her, like, you're really married? No. Do you have a boyfriend now? I don't want to have any problem. Oh, no, I don't have any boyfriend. Okay, wait, are you from the Valley? Yes. Wait, you're from the Valley, never been married. And then I keep looking at her, and kind of a blink a few times. I'm like, you're gonna be my girlfriend. And she goes like, and it's true. And she's like, Monday? They go,
And if everything goes well.
If everything goes fine, you're gonna be the mother of my
Kids.
next kids. And she goes like,
I was
kind
like,
of didn't.
I got scared.
Why we don't just dance? Like, okay.
I was like, Bachata, we're getting married already. I was scared.
So actually then after we danced like 2-3 songs, my friend asked me, how did it go? I said, well, I asked her, like, I wanted to marry her. And he thought I was joking, like.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why I did that, but I did. And that's how, we started, like, at the next, then I asked her, like, hey, what about what I told you when we were dancing? And she goes, let's wait until tomorrow when you don't have any more drinks, and we talk about tomorrow. So I asked her, like, hey, you wanna
Go play racquetball?
Play racquetball?
Yeah.
I'm playing racquetball with my friends. Let's go play racquetball. And she goes, oh, I'm at the Harlingen or something.
Yeah.
But we can meet after or whatever. Said, okay, good. So, and then a week later, we were like, that's it, this is the one. And even she told me, you're gonna be my husband. I got freaked out a little bit.
Well, because he kept on telling me all the time, like, you're gonna be my wife the first time that he met me.
No,
so
but
I'm like, okay, well, you know what, you're gonna be my husband.
When she told me the first time, I said, hey, don't say that. I'm the one who's supposed to say it, like. And then we just planned it from there. Like, we knew that we were gonna get married, and that was it. Didn't expect it was gonna be so good, but it's getting better every day. Baby.
That's us.
So after we were dating, for a short time, I knew from the beginning, I was always kind of like waiting what will be like a kind of the surprise that I was not gonna like, but every day was kind of getting better and better. So I wanted to make it more formal, like for the family, for herself, to believe me, because it was like too fast. And so I went and got a ring, and I wanted to take her to a restaurant that night, and she got out of work.
I was tired.
And then when I called her, hey, let's go, we usually go eat like every night outside, out for dinner or something, and then I say, oh, let's go to a nice restaurant tonight. And she goes, baby, I don't know, I'm so tired. I just want to go home and rest. I mean, like, can we just watch a movie? And I'm like, okay, whatever you want, that's fine with me.
And I was like, all I want is some empanadas.
And watch a movie. Okay, fine, good, baby. That's what it is. And we're getting to know each other. So I go and get the empanadas. I prepare the empanadas. They come, in the little plate. So I put the ring under the empanadas. Smell like a lot of food, but I put it under the empanadas.
With a bunch of serviettes.
And then I put let me tell.
Oh, sorry.
So I put the napkins, and in one napkin I wrote, I love you. I go in the room and I make believe I'm taking a shower, but I'm just in the bathroom, like listening to what she says. And she go, oh my God. And I say, just get your empanadas. And then she goes, open the empanadas. Ah! Oh my God, baby.
It was amazing. And then all of a sudden he was right next to me and he was like, will you marry me?
I locked the door and you were like, open the door. And I say, what? Oh, come on, open the door, baby. She go cry. And I'm like, what happened? What are you talking about? And then we went to Dominican Republic. And then we get married.
Yep.
Right?
And now we've been married like 11 months.
It's a really long time, baby.
I know. And we had the wedding a little bit late. And, it was just amazing. I wanted a wedding, but I wasn't really needing one. I was so happy, and I felt really lucky to have Ramon that, if I had the wedding, it was great, but if I didn't, I was just happy with everything that had gone on. And then all of a sudden, he was like...
Because I knew she wanted a wedding, but she was going to be okay if we didn't have a celebration, So I told her, let's do a wedding celebration, and that's how we started. We started like okay, then we started putting dates, and
it was supposed to be small.
We changed it like 3 times, postponed it because things was coming too fast, and she's working full time, very busy, and I was busy at that time, also very busy, and so we started let's do something only the family, a group of people, and things. We're adding until it became a big thing.
And it was really neat. I mean, we had thought of maybe going to get a dress somewhere else, and then I thought to myself, well, I'd go somewhere else when we can buy something here locally. And I went with my mother dress shopping. We went to Esposa Mia. And, I picked 2-3 dresses, and I tried one on, and I just knew that was me, and it was so us. And so I called him, and my mother's like, you can't show him the dress. I'm like, we're married. Like, hello. Like, it's... And she was like, no, it's bad luck. I'm like, Mother, we've been married for a while. Like, nothing's going to happen. And so I called him, and he was at the hospital, and I'm like, hey, I was like, I want you to see something. I really want you to like it. And I want you to tell me what you think. And so he was like, Anabel, I'm kind of busy. And I was like, please, just come. Like, you just have to see it. And
I told her, whatever dress you think it look nice, I trust your judgment. I think I'm gonna like it too.
And so when I started thinking of the wedding, I wanted something to be a representation of Ramon and I. And, I'm a little bit more traditional, and Ramon is a little bit more contemporary. So I thought, we wanted a lot of orchids because I love orchids. We wanted it to be very alive, very festive. We wanted beautiful colors. I love taupes and silvers, and I love crystals and things like that. And so when we went to see Blanquita, who was a good friend of mine from the past when I used to work, she used to do a lot of events for us. And so I went in and I said, this is my vision. And I just said, I want a lot of crystal, I want a lot of light, I want neutral tones, I want it to blend, and I want people to love it and for it to go with the dress. And so she said, what do you think? I said, I want these big trees, and I want it to just look luscious. And she put it together, and it was better than what we even imagined.
We needed to kind of inform the people to save the date that we wanted to do the celebration. And that's when we needed somebody to
Help
with to help us with all the dynamics, because it's really a complex stuff. So you never want to plan a wedding without a wedding planner. That's
I agree.
Definitely. And we got the best, Mariana. Definitely, I think we couldn't have done it
without her.
And then we started working on those things, and there were so many things that we didn't realize we needed to do.
There's so many details. I mean, it was amazing that you need, the lazo de unión, and you need, the garter, and you need the flowers for the girls and the flowers for the ceremony. I mean, it's so many little things, and Mariana really helped us put it all together and to make it way smoother than we could have done by ourselves.
Then another part for us very important was the food, because I kind of didn't like the idea of people being served the food like a prepared food and then warm it in a plate. I wanted the food to be being prepared, and then they were being selecting the food as they are prepared and cut like one by one at the same, their own people preference. So that's what we did, and we came up with these international stations, like a different type of food at different stations, so people will go to their place that they prefer, and it came out a good experience. Even I like it.
We didn't eat much of it, but we loved it, and now we've
Oh, I did.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what happened. I didn't get to taste it, but it looked delicious, and people had a lot of great comments about the food, and I think it was truly a representation of Ramon and I and our enjoyment for food and music and all of those great things. The ceremony to us was the most special thing because that was what was going to unite us and was going to be shared with only our family. And so we did something really small. We did it for about 40, 50 people. It was supposed to take place in our home, but we really weren't ready for it because we had just moved into our home. And I remember telling Ramon I have a lot of girlfriends that I want to share this special moment with us, especially since they had shared so many special moments with me in my life before getting to know Ramon. And when I came home one day and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got like 14 bridesmaids, and he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's only 14. I mean, they're all fabulous. They've all been in my life in different points in my life, and I wanted them to spend this really special moment with Ramon and I. And so he said, I'm just going to pick one person who was with him the night that we met and who has been a great friend to us, who is Jill. And, when I started kind of thinking of the ceremony, we weren't really traditional because we'd already been married for a while. So we couldn't do the whole ceremony like everybody else. And so I started getting a little bit nervous because, how do you plan it? How do you figure it out? And Ramon was like, oh, we'll be fine. You can do whatever you want. It's your wedding. And
yeah, that's how it came out. There were so many things in my knowledge, I never had any experience with this type of ceremony. So she wanted to do some walking, then she came, the 14 bridesmaids, and then she came walking.
The flower boy, cute
the
as
flower
a button,
boys,
flower girl. And we wanted to incorporate Ramon's mother and my mother. So my mother gave us the unity, the lazo de unión, and so did my aunt. And so they placed it on us. And then his mother had written us a letter when we had gone to Santo Domingo. And it was, blessing us in our marriage. And we still weren't married. We were going to get married. But when we took it home and we read it, it was just amazing. And so we asked her to read it there. And I really think that was the most beautiful thing that could have happened at our wedding.
The first dance with a song that we think kind of represent very similar to our story, and we like the lyrics, so which is Bendita Luz, and then in the middle of the dance, it was like a 2 minutes of the dance. That's when the girls started with the
Mambo
like
number 5.
Mambo number 5, and a whole preparation, which I never learned, but they did a good show.
Well, and what happened was this. I mean, you had 14 fabulous girls who we wanted to show their character and their personality, and what better way than for us to dance? And I mean, we had gone out a lot of times and had a great time, and we loved dancing together. And one of my really good friends, Gabby Gutierrez, was nice enough to put the dance together. The bouquet was a lot of fun because I think it was really my personality, and then they played the perfect song because, it was Beyonce and all the single ladies, and, my girlfriends were really happy because a lot of them were single, and I think they probably thought I was the least one that would get married faster than all of them. And so one of my girlfriends who, was really anxious and says that she's ready to get married is actually the one that caught it. So I'm looking forward to Marlene inviting me to her wedding and having a great time there.
But then with the garter, I didn't know how to approach to pull that from this big dress. So when I went in there, I just kind of went under and grabbed it. And
I was scared because the garter was just amazing. My girlfriend Veronica was nice enough to special order it for me. And I mean, it was just exactly like the dress. It had a lot of sequins. It was just beautiful. It's something that I'll cherish forever. And so I was telling Ramon, okay, be really careful. Don't throw that one. I want to keep that one. And then Ramon goes under the dress, and I just feel like my dress going up, and I'm super scared. And then all of a sudden, here comes Ramon, throws the garter, and the best man caught it. So we'll see. Maybe him and Marlene will end up getting married. They were really fabulous. City Jam did a great job. I mean, we got them at the very end, and they really pulled through for us because we had another band, and they kind of couldn't do it on that date. And Mariana and Ramon started looking for bands for us. They really went out and made everybody have a great time, and they brought somebody out on stilts that really animated the party, and they gave a lot of giveaways.
Balloons, and everybody wanted to grab one, and that's when old people dancing.
It was so neat
kid.
to see. Like, we really, I guess when you're planning a wedding, you want everybody to come out and have a good time, and you get scared that people are just going to sit, and it wasn't like that. I mean, everybody was dancing and celebrating, and Ramon was having a really great time, and we had the flower girl and the flower boy on the dance floor, and my mother just loved it, and it was just nice to see so many different generations really enjoying the music, and we couldn't have had a better band, and we really thank City Jam, because if it wouldn't have been for them, you know, maybe we wouldn't have had a band. So, you know, when we were thinking of music, we had to have mariachi. We love mariachi, and it's a representation of our culture. And so, you know, there wasn't a doubt in our mind who we would hire. We had to hire Mariachi Siete Leguas because, of course, Emilio's a good friend of ours, and apart from that, they're fabulous. And Ramon had a lot of, you know, intake in that because he sat down with Emilio and kind of told him what our vision was. And then Emilio just kind of personalized it for Ramon and I after, you know, getting to know both of us as a couple. And then I think, you know, the funnest part of the night was when our friends saw us off with the sparkler, you know, go away. And, you know, everybody lined up on the sides with sparklers. Mariana gave everybody sparklers and made sure that everybody was outside on time. And Ramon and I kind of ran through, and everybody was holding their sparklers up. And, you know, they just gave us a farewell, and that was it. And we went home. I'd like to thank Mariana, of course, for making this wedding celebration possible for me, and of course my husband, who I love dearly and made all of my dreams come true. And I want to thank Fusion Productions for allowing us to be with them and sharing our wedding with all of you. But I want to really give a special thanks to my friend Veronica. Veronica was fabulous and was with me every step of the way, and just really went above and beyond for me. And I want to thank my mother, Ramon's mother, Adele. Adele was fabulous and ran around and got stuff for my house that I still needed. And of course, I want to thank Ramon's family for coming from, you know, such a faraway place to share this special moment with us. And my grandmother, of course, for, you know, coming out. I know she's older and she can't do a lot of things anymore, but was totally present there for me and Ramon. And
your mom?
You know, my mother, of course. I said my mom, the most important person. My mother for being there and supporting me, and, you know, all of our family and all of our friends. And it was just incredible. And I can't wait to do it in 10 years again if Ramon will let us have another one. But I also want to thank, you know, of course, Emilio and Mariachi Siete Leguas and City Jam and, you know, the convention center for having us, and my cousin Bonnie for doing such a great job and being there with us every step of the way. So thanks, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we're Anabel
And Ramon.
And we hope that you enjoyed our love story, and we hope that you will make yours true as well, and that you'll think of Mariana when you plan your wedding. I promise you won't regret it.